Okay.
Welcome.
Hey, guys.
Don't mind Marley.
What?
She knows not what she does.
All right, take it away, Laura.
Yeah? Okay, fine. Welcome to Fresh Film Friday,
Yes.
Memorial Day weekend edition.
Ooh, it's our first edition.
Yeah. We all have Memorial Day on the mind, so we're a little relaxed. Although Wade is very dressed up.
I'm professional. You'll find out why later.
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
So I watched the movie Citizen Jane.
I watched The Lovers.
You
did not watch?
I didn't watch anything.
You slacking.
I'm here to represent an old, fresh movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty unfresh. 31 years old. We'll be talking about later. Blue Velvet.
Yeah, it's not fresh.
Blue
at
Velvet.
all.
I'll show off the Blue Velvet later. Everything's later for me today. So.
All right. So what do we want to start with first?
Let's start with The Lovers. That seems to be the big film this week.
Big summer, yeah. So when you're sick of playing outdoors, come on in and.
Or watching Pirates of the Caribbean. That's out this week.
Oh.
So don't.
If
go
you want to see a
that.
better movie, come here to the Grand. I don't know. Pirates could be good. Who knows? Yeah. So
want to watch the trailer first?
yes, let's
And
watch the
then-
trailer so that you guys can get an
Okay.
idea of what I'm talking about.
And we're gonna talk. Are we gonna
Whoa.
talk over it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Make comments.
I've got a crazy idea.
I'm
Hey.
a woman.
She wants to live with you. I'm just flinging myself at your head.
Do they like each other? I don't know.
Quite know how you'll take this, but, well, I've got to get it off my chest.
Or not.
What are you doing here? I missed you, Lucy. I wanted to see you. Is that okay? I can't tell you the amount of times that I've sat here and just imagined you sitting right there. To us.
To us.
I'll tell my wife it's over.
Gonna tell him I promise.
This is great news.
It's great news.
We have a date, a real one. I got that.
Yes! We actually have a date, a real date.
I thought, I was like, let's have sex on this movie.
Yeah, I was watching it. Oh, okay. Blinds from the 80s.
Very close.
I can't stop thinking about you.
Any chance we can find some time during the day?
It doesn't fit, but
I never thought I'd miss you half as much as I do.
Are you seeing someone else?
You are so close to finally breaking free.
No, but I can't do it.
And I never thought I'd feel this way, the way I feel about
I've hardly seen you last week.
I've been overly occupied.
So you're screwing your wife now?
As if.
as if. As a
Mary!
What happened?
Well, you fell asleep on me. That's what happened.
And
You're a coward, Michael. You need to tell her now.
Everybody knows I'm an idiot, all right? Come back, I'm a moron.
Tell her!
Did she just hiss at you?
Irish folks have come out, 'cause he's
yeah,
probably,
yeah.
Oh, hey, pizza? Not today, Barry. Thanks. I got a scoop.
I should use that line more. Got a scoop.
I think
You can bring it back.
I think it's wicked.
Bring it back. Oh. Oh, what was that? Oh.
Oh. Okay,
Lovers.
Chase, we turned down the volume.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
that worked out. Hi, Dennis. You're live on Facebook and YouTube right now, just to let you know.
This is Dennis, our
Dennis.
house manager.
Come on down.
Hello.
If you come to the Grand, most likely you'll see him or Dan or Marley being the
Hanging around.
gatekeeper
Yeah.
of everything at the Grand.
I was like, what does this mean? Yeah, so The Lovers. Yeah, I got a chance to watch it this earlier this morning, actually just about an hour ago, with some of our volunteers. And it kind of surprised me. I feel like a lot of films are very predictable, especially for me, because I see a lot of them, and I usually think I know what's going on, but this one has quite a few twists and turns. It's like, will they or won't they? And just when you think they will, they won't. And then, you know, all that kind of crazy stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of a fun summer movie. It starts out kind of more of a drama, and then as it goes along, it turns more into the comedic film that it promises in the trailer. So,
And hijinks ensue.
hijinks ensue. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah.
Awesome.
It looked to me like the actors probably really carry it. It looked like it has strong acting to me. I
Oh
haven't
yeah,
seen it
especially
yet, but-
especially the lead.
Really?
The leads, yeah.
Yeah.
They are top notch.
Which, if you didn't hear us while we were talking over the trailer, Tracy Letts and Deborah Winger.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy Letts is a Broadway star, and then Deborah Winger has
She's,
been in
oh
things.
man,
She's
she's
been
been
in everything.
She's been in everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Black
it's kind of
Widow.
a fun.
She was a Black Widow once. Wait,
Oh, what?
yeah, she was a Black Widow.
Oh.
There was a movie called Black Widow.
Oh,
Back in the 80s. That's the one that pops in my
literally
mind.
what
Black
it's
Widow.
no.
Yeah, I gotta look it up, but
Yeah.
anyway.
So yeah, come
That's
on
what I
down
got.
and see it. It's kind of a fun, lighter spring film, compared to a lot of the dark dramas that we've had recently. So,
Awesome.
little
And
change of pace.
it's not a period piece.
And it's not a period piece.
We love period
No hate
pieces,
for
yeah.
period
yeah,
pieces.
but
No.
variety is the spice of life, though.
Yeah.
Modern times
Something
are
for
good.
everyone.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't like period pieces, here's one for you.
Yeah, and speaking of variety, if you're not looking for a drama or a comedy, we have a new documentary that I watched this morning called Citizen Jane: Battle for the City. So why don't we watch the trailer?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the trailer for this one, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, my first time.
Me too.
Oh, let me. Okay, good.
Will they be able to hear us or no? No?
Yes, they
Yes?
will.
Okay. Should we talk or not talk?
Let's talk.
Okay.
I think it's wicked, in a way, to be a victim.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and Robert Moses
Boo,
was absolutely
boo.
powerful.
He wanted to wipe the slate clean, start all over.
He's the bad guy in this, just so you know.
You have a
FYI.
cancerous growth there that has to be calmed
Hence the
down.
booing.
Yeah, that's what
I
the
mean,
booing
just
came
listen to his
from.
voice. He
I
sounds
first
evil.
began looking at city planning and housing. It was unbelievably awful. Insane.
We didn't understand how high the price was until Jane Jacobs came
How
along.
high the price was?
has
in the book that
advances with the power of a bulldozer
That's right. against
modern city planning and rebuilding.
She is the
City
I
planners.
hear,
that's picking up
the
something
death
here that
and
no
life
one
of
else
Great
is
American
seeing.
Cities
She believed the city is not about
like
buildings, the
architecture
city is about
101.
people.
That's
Like all
a famous book.
architects.
Okay.
Questioning orthodoxy at a time when women were not welcomed in those environments.
She was a housewife. That's how they treated her.
Try to mess with a bunch of mothers.
We were outraged about a road going through Washington Square, and we were going to save Washington Square.
Well, you have to bullet through. You've got to do it.
The expressway will destroy the neighborhood.
I think this awful thing, they're making me sick.
It is not right.
Jane Jacobs was the most articulate voice of a movement.
Please. You have to move a lot of people out of the way of a big housing project. The people who rent, they don't own it.
What they gonna do, throw me in the street? After 51 years, I'm citizen and everything. Where was this going to end?
Take the money and go away.
What would we have left?
People have to insist on government trying things their way.
Bwom.
I kind of got chills.
Yeah. I like battles like that. What?
Oh.
What?
Gosh,
That's that movie. Spoiler alert, there's roses in it.
So yeah, it was a solid documentary with a lot of great B-roll and archive footage. They really pin it to Robert Moses. So if you dislike bad guys who are big builders and just want to build skyscrapers everywhere watch this film. It's also a pretty decent documentary, and I would invite everyone to see it. Yeah.
It looks interesting to me because it looks like it kind of shows how one person can really make a difference on both sides. You know, one person who has this vision that might be profitable but not so good for a society in the long run can really shape a whole nation as to what we live in. And then there's another side of it where you can look at somebody who has a real passion for, you know, justice at the government and societal level and really fights for it and makes a difference on that side too. So very interesting and timely, I think.
Yeah, and towards the end, they kind of opened it to other cities that are doing what Robert Moses did and showing like what might happen or what is already happening to them, and kind of the decline of those cities as well. Yeah. So,
Very cool.
thanks, Jane, for saving New York. So,
My
Red
turn?
Elephant.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do.
I'll take my headphones off. This week, I have to come close. This is a blue velvet jacket for Blue Velvet. I'm going to show it off. I'll just go like this. This is like how it starts off.
Oh,
This is
nice.
Oh, you can see the
Blue
blue
hue.
velvet.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
So
totally.
it's kind of like it's sort of curtains, sort of like undulating, kind of like softly in the breeze.
Is it a
And
blazer?
then-
Is it a curtain? I
Yeah,
can't tell.
yeah, no, what jacket, curtain, and then we'll just move away. But anyway, so yeah, Weird Elephant is every week. It's your weekly late night cinephile infusion. It is at 11 p.m. typically, and this week we have Blue Velvet, which is kind of David Lynch's really second dream foray into a nightmare, into a small town, and it's one of the films that a lot of people cite as really bringing them into the world of dreamlike or independent film that has really had a lot of impact on a lot of filmmakers, and it's a very terrifying movie with there's a lot of harshness to it, but there's also some really unexpected beauty, and it's just it's a masterpiece, and in my view, and I think there's a lot of excitement for it. We had for David Lynch, our Black Lodge series, we had Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me, Mulholland Drive, which turned out great, and then we'll have Blue Velvet to cap it off, and we've got more coming later, but we don't have to talk about that now. So, are we gonna watch the trailer of this one too? Let's watch
I
it.
don't think I've ever seen the Blue Velvet trailer.
Oh, okay, let's watch it. Let's watch
seen
it
the trailer
and see
or
what
the
it.
film.
Yeah, I'll put
I
my
have
headphones.
no idea what's
Yeah,
happening.
let's talk about it. Let's see. I was reading the screenplay the other day, and it was very much like the opening of the film. So it was like dissolved to
Beneath the
white picket
surface
fence with roses. Fire truck
of the
drives by. It
perfect
was really
small
cool.
town. A dark world
Oh, there's already somebody talking about it.
awaits.
I don't remember this in the original trailer.
Are you the one that found the ear?
You know anything?
One name
Yeah.
that keeps coming up is this woman's singer.
In the mirror report.
Bet someone could learn a lot.
I like that nightclub.
Yes.
I don't know if you're a detective or a pervert.
That's for sure.
That's for me to know and you to find out.
What are you doing in my apartment?
Really great music, of course, in the film.
Who is this?
He's the bad guy. Just so you know. You can tell by his eyes.
Ready or not, I come. Here's to an interesting experience, huh?
I'll drink to that.
Awesome. So why is it so controversial?
Well, I mean, there's some kind of psychological thriller kind of elements that are pretty common in a lot of movies now, but I think at the time when it came out, it was rather shocking to see, I don't know, just the inner workings of a twisted mind made real, if that makes sense. And it sort of, it sort of pulled the veil off of this kind of myth of the 50s kind of white picket fence world there was sort of an obsession with in the 80s. And it really was shocking, I think, because it sort of like starts off like this Encyclopedia Brown Hardy Boys type mystery, and then it goes pretty quickly into some pretty dark themes. And so I think there's some scary stuff in there, but I think David Lynch said it best. He was like, well, it's only controversial because it portrays, kind of real examples of bad stuff that happens in the world, and that's kind of, I think he was really trying to explore the dark side of society in general.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a really cool movie, so I don't know if you guys are going, but it's worth it on the big screen.
I have to be up at SIF.
That's where I'm not even going to be here.
I know.
All right.
I'll see it eventually.
Yeah, it's good though. It is good.
So you all need to see it for me.
Yeah, come.
Even though Wade's not going to be there. He'll be there in spirit.
I will leave the jacket hung up on a mannequin with spotlight shining on it. And
glasses.
And glasses, on the head, right.
There will still be fun trivia and prizes.
There will be trivia and prizes that somebody else will read. But yes, please join yourselves at this movie. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So next week we have a special guest for Fresh Home Friday. We're opening up the TFF documentary, Obit, which is about the New York Times obituary writers, and the director, Vanessa Gould, is going to do a live Skype with us, and we're going to ask her a few questions. So feel free, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and we can ask them to her. But yeah, stay tuned for next week.
Should be fun.
Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend and all of this awesome sun and heat, and hopefully you have AC. It's Washington though, so probably not. Yeah.
Go to the beach, enjoy the water or something.
Yeah.
And then come to the movie when
And
you're
then come
all...
to the movie.
Come to the movie, go to the beach when it's sunny, and then it's like, oh, it's too hot, we need to go somewhere.
Enjoy the sun in the morning,
Yeah.
and then come to the Grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that sounds good.
Okay, cool.
See you guys.
Signing off.
Bye.